All right, Susan, the nuclear industry, we haven't built a nuclear power plant in this country in 30 years. Why? Because when you get ready to build one, you get sued every time you get started. The regulatory process is very oppressive. Private capital is afraid to get involved in nuclear power building business because it's hard to build a plant because of the way we permit and regulate. 82% of all power in France comes from the nuclear industry. 20% of our power comes from the nuclear industry. The reason you need loan guarantees is that we need 15 or 20 plants built in the next 15 or 20 years to get us back into the building of nuclear power plants, and having the federal government stand behind that loan will make it more attractive to the private sector to lend money to people who want to build nuclear power plants. I don't believe in permanent subsidies. I don't believe in permanent loan guarantees, but I do think we need to have a renaissance of nuclear power, and the federal government needs to stand behind these loans to give people confidence to start building nuclear power plants. If I had my way, we would double the amount of power we receive from the nuclear industry from 20 to 40. And these 100 nuclear power plants would create jobs throughout America, really good paying jobs. The MOX plant. I'm glad you understand that we do have a MOX plant. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a program where you take weapons grade plutonium, the plutonium bullet, the plutonium pit out of a nuclear weapon is going to be diluted down to commercial grade fuel. That's called MOX. The end product will be MOX. It will be nuclear fuel to go in a commercial reactor, and it basically came from a weapons grade level of plutonium. 30-something tons of weapons grade plutonium will be converted into MOX in America at Savannah Riverside. 30-something tons in Russia will be MOX. That means that we have a lot less warheads laying around that could fall into the hands of terrorists in Russia. So why should you be concerned about MOX? You're taking weapons, a sword, and turning it into a plowshare. And the fact that we're doing it in South Carolina is something to be proud of as far as I'm concerned. Every time you can take weapons-grade plutonium in Russia off the market, the world is safer. And that's exactly what the MOX program is trying to do. And we're taking weapons-grade plutonium pits that we don't need to defend this nation, and rather keeping them in storage for another 100 years, we're going to convert that material into commercial grade nuclear fuel to be productive. So I think it's a very good idea, and I'm proud of the fact that South Carolina was chosen the place to create the MOX plant. It is about ready to go.